Hi girls, Mr. Gilmore here with another maths video. Today we're working on area, perimeter and volume again. So it's our second class on that. It's the 19th of March and today we will be working mostly on the concept of perimeter. So you've probably heard the word from movies and TV shows, sweep the perimeter, etc., etc.
Just do a sweep of the perimeter.
And all the perimeter is it's the kind of outside of any two-dimensional shape. So even the word perimeter, in the same way that I talked about how centimeter and millimeter and all were formed, we've got perimeter. So peri and meter. Peri stems from the Greek word for around, and meter stems from the word to measure. So when we say perimeter, what we really mean is a round measure. So just the measurement of all the parts around a shape. So let's take a really simple example. Let's take this rectangle with a height of 1 centimeter, a width of 2 centimeters, and I've drawn out these shapes in advance to kind of save time with these videos. But I'd like if you guys could, in your copybooks, also draw them out. And for you guys, I'd say draw them out with a ruler and draw them out in pencil. So I'm using pen so you guys can see it, but I'd always ask you guys to draw these things in pencil. So how would we find the perimeter of this shape? Well, the perimeter would just be the sum of all the sides. So I'd go, okay, one side plus another side plus another side plus another side. So 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2. That'll just give us 6 centimeters. And this doesn't only work for rectangles, this works for pretty much any shape. The measurement around the shape ends up being the perimeter. So let's look at this right angle triangle here with a height of 3 centimeters, a width of 4 centimeters, and then a hypotenuse of 5 centimeters. Don't worry about the term hypotenuse, I haven't taught that to you guys yet, but I might as well throw it in while we're going through these things. So, how would we find the perimeter? Well, 3 centimeters plus 4 centimeters plus 5 centimeters. 3 plus 4 plus 5. That should all add up to 12 centimeters. So the perimeter of this shape would be 12 centimeters. Now, what I'd like you to do is just pause this video, jot this down, and then we're going to work our way into kind of the tougher concepts within this, okay? Okay, so the next thing we'll need to look at is shapes that aren't just, triangles or rectangles. When we're given something like this here, so this looks a little bit more complicated, but it's really using the exact same maths. We're still just adding all the sides together. So we're going, okay, 1 centimeter here, plus 4 centimeters from here, plus 5 centimeters from here, plus 2 centimeters from here, plus 4 centimeters from here, plus 2 centimeters from here. So we can see, and if that in any way gets confusing to you guys, you can just tick them off as you're going along. So 1, 4, 5, okay, 2, okay, 4, okay, 2, okay, great. Probably the most common error is just someone misses one of these sides. And we add them all up together. We pop this into a calculator, so 1 plus 4 plus 5 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2. That ends up equaling 18 centimeters. So if I was, imagine this was all meters and someone asked you, oh, walk along a path like this, which is 1 meter, and then you take a right and you walk 4 meters, take a right 5 meters, and so on, you'd end up walking that 18 meters. But for this, we're just talking about smaller shapes. Now, most of the questions I'm going to give you, girls, aren't going to be much more complicated than that. The one thing that might pop up, and you will get 1 or 2 questions like this, so you will need to keep an eye on these kind of ones, is where they haven't given you every single side of the shape. So we can see here that we've got 5 centimeters here, we've got 6 centimeters here, we've got 3 centimeters here, we've got 2 centimeters here, and oh, we don't have this side and we don't have this side. Now here it is literally just thinking through this logically. So it makes sense that this side plus this side will equal this side, right? So this plus this will equal this, because obviously these two added together is the height of this shape, and this of course is the height of this shape. So we can just kind of calculate this out. If this is 6 centimeters and this is 2 centimeters, well, we can just go, this is 4 centimeters, because otherwise it would be kind of lopsided. But we know these are all right angles, so we know these two need to be the same. Same logic. Let's look at the width. 5 centimeters across here, 3 centimeters across here. We can say, 5 centimeters, we can almost transpose it. We can almost bring this line down and go, okay, from here to here, that's 5 centimeters, right? And this is 3 centimeters. So it makes sense that this space from this space is 2 centimeters. So this part here is 2 centimeters. Okay, now that we've figured out all the sides of these shapes, we can just sit down and we can do what we did with the earlier one. We can go, okay, 5 centimeters plus 6 centimeters plus 3 centimeters plus 4 centimeters plus 2 centimeters plus 2 centimeters. Again, we're just going to take out our calculator. We're going to plug that in. We're going to go 5 plus 6 plus 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2. That all equals 22 centimeters. Great. Girls, that is everything you need to know about the perimeter section of this chapter. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys some work to do at home. And the work is going to be on pages 192 through 196. I know that seems like a lot of pages. Remember, this is going to have a lot of kind of diagrams like these. You don't have to draw out those ones in your copybook, but I would ask that you draw out this kind of set of notes just so you can reference back to it when you're doing your work. Now, the questions I want you to do are questions 1, 5, then 8 through 13, and finally question 16. And there's just 1 or 2 things I want to say about these questions here. 1 through 5, keep an eye on units. So it's going to be asking you to add two values together, and sometimes one of those values is in centimeters, one of those values is in millimeters. So if you're adding 2 values together, they have to be the same unit. So if I said, okay, add 34 millimeters to 1 centimeter, I'd have to change that 1 centimeter into millimeters first. And then I would get 44 millimeters. If you came up to me and went 35 centimeters or 35 millimeters, that would be big X. Absolutely wrong. So just keep an eye on your units for 1 and 5. 8 through 13 are very like these examples I did here. And then 16 is going to be a tough one. So don't worry if you struggle with 16. Feel free to talk about it in the kind of conversation part of our Microsoft team. And good luck. I've already been seeing loads of solutions given up for the homework I gave yesterday. What I'm going to say is just have this work done for Monday 23rd, and tomorrow, which will be Friday, I'll give you some more work, which will also be due Monday the 23rd. So you'll have a little bit of work to do over the weekend, but I'm sure you girls will be perfectly able to handle it. Thank you, girls. Have a wonderful day.